Hey, it's Mr. D back again for a very quick overview of the song Essay by Gerald Bordner. Great level one composition, but it is hard and it's going to require some practice. So it's nothing you can just kind of bang out on your own. It's definitely a more of an advanced beginner, early intermediate solo. The great thing is it doesn't go over the break, so it doesn't have any high notes or jumping. But there are some challenging licks, some challenging runs, especially where it says tempo after measure 25. Um, I'm going to let you kind of figure out the top part because I think that really doesn't need a lot of work. It's a very slow melody. Just be sure to play those, the rhythms for their full value. I am going to focus our quick little lesson on the measure 25 and beyond section. A couple quick things. Let's do some notes here. A low, what is it here? An E flat is going to be D in the side key, or you could do an alternate here. You have to watch your tuning on that, okay? D in the side key for the E flat and tuning. You also have an A flat, which is this key right here. You're going to use the side of your fingers. Some A flats there. Where is it here? The A flat is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the top pinky key. Okay, that's an A flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, top pinky key. That's later on in that section. There's some low G's there. That's the lowest note on there. And of course your B flats. Okay, so let's take a real quick. I'm gonna go over these licks really slowly. So what you're gonna want to do is get a set of headphones here, like these ones I have on my iPod, and you're gonna want to like listen to me play, stop the video, work it out, use a little slider to rewind it, and play along with me. All right, so it won't be like the performance video where I kind of straight play through it. You're going to need to do a lot of stopping and starting. So definitely get your clarinet out. You want to stop the video. Set up your music area near your computer. And you're going to want to work these out with me section by section. So let's do where it says a tempo to somewhere around the first breath mark or so. Okay? So right where the letter A is on your essay composition, we're going to start right on the G. It's right after the fermata C. Ready? And a tempo means you're going to kind of drive the tempo a little bit faster than what you've been doing up top, okay? So, that's like the first lick. We'll do it again a little slower. Ready? Go. Notice this tonguing and slurring patterns I have. Okay, so make sure you do those the slurring and tonguing patterns correctly. Okay, starting after 30, measure 30, there's a breath mark. We're going to start on the last note of that measure, the G. Ready, start. So real quick, I was thinking while I was playing, if you're not used to playing like runs this long, you're going to have to kind of break it up measure by measure until you can string them together. All right, that little measure after 30 where it starts with the eighth notes, the C to G part. Okay. All right, next section would be essentially the next line, which is like 35 to the end of that line. This is where we're starting to use those A flats, okay? Ready, starting on low G, breathe in and go. Let's do that again a little slower. Same spot, breathe in and. We'll do it again. I hit a wrong note. Sorry, do it again. Breathe in and. there's 2 A flats in that measure, okay? F, A flat, C, A flat, and then, okay, now one measure, one note before 40, low G. Wow, that's tricky. In fact, I hit that wrong note again. Those E flats are just, can't get them. Let's try measure 40. It's been a long day. Let me try that again with me. One note before 40. Breathe in and. Okay, continue. Okay, and that one note before 50. I mean, that's a really beautiful melody. It's a nice melody, but it is tricky. Let's take a quick look at it, the music, so I can so you can circle some parts that I think you need to work on. All right, this is it, and this is the deal here. You got an A flat here. I mean, you're gonna have to just kind of work these licks out line by line, and if you can't do them, you have to do measure by measure. I mean, that's just the way it is when you're doing a melody that has some intricacy to it. Right here, this is where you just get hammered. You're gonna have to know these notes: E flats to G. That's what I kept messing up on, and then your A flats here. This is a little tricky pattern here with your right hand. Work that out. It's gonna be slow. F, A flat, C, A flat. That's another A flat right there. It happens later on here, but there's an E flat in the measure. It's right here. So you have F, C, G, F, E flat, C, F. Don't forget to play that E flat right there. I don't know if you can see that. E flat right there. All right, and then of course you have the high C. But the nice thing about it is that you're getting softer, diminuendo, which means to get softer, and the rallentando, which means to get slower. So this lick, even though it is kind of challenging, you're kind of just bringing it to an end. I mean, it's just a beautiful solo composition. When I was kind of learning it and practicing, it's really nice. I mean, this is a really nice song, but it's you're just gonna have to work these licks out, plain and simple. And make sure that your right hand fingers are seated on the keys itself, okay? Because you really want these low notes to really speak, especially when you're jumping like these octaves here. All right. Okay. So that's it, man. This is essay. It's a difficult composition. Like I said in the beginning, this is just straight ahead stuff. This is easy stuff for a beginner clarinet. Don't forget to repeat. And again, if you're playing with a piano player, they do have an introduction right here. If you're doing it in a recital setting, if you're playing it as a solo, like in a band festival, you're gonna want to do start right here. All right. The nice thing is that there is no rest, but also there is a stamina issue where you're going to really kind of have to keep going here. Again, final little comment. You're playing it slow. I mean, this is Adagio, 66 to 76. You can go online and listen to how fast it is if you go to like a metronome website. But you're playing really slow. In fact, you're bringing it real slow to that low C. And then you're just slightly bringing the tempo faster. Tempo. You're going to kind of move this along, but not like crazy where you're getting out of control. But it's got to be a contrasting section, okay? And then you kind of just bring it on home right at the end here. All right, so that's pretty much it. So I would say get that instrument out and work out line by line. I mean, that's just really the way it is. A lot of musicians do that. It's line by line, measure by measure. It's a lot of just repetition until you get it under your fingers. And then you can string those melodies along, and it really sounds nice. So that's a quick overview of what you should be looking for when you perform and prepare essay. If you have any questions, go to the online link at the top of the page. I would say definitely practice essay and rock on. Keep practicing, and I'll talk